Hello and welcome to Mad About Sports for a new video, and it's a new season of cricket altogether. And here we are to celebrate it, analyze the teams, and once again it's that time of the year, the IPL season. But before we get into today's video, do not forget to check out our course on Mad About Sports. Now, you all might be wondering, how do you land a job with your favorite IPL franchise? Now, you all have dreamt at one stage in your career that you want to play IPL. But if you haven't been able to succeed in playing IPL, but you still can be part of IPL by being a data analyst, by being part of the team who can call the shots, who can make the strategies sitting in the dugout. So this is your opportunity to work with IPL teams, etc., in starting off a career. So check out our course on cricket analytics with Mad About Sports. The link is down in the description. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, the team which we have chosen for today is none other than the defending champions, the five-time champions, led by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. It is Chennai Super Kings. I mean, there's no introduction needed for this team, is there? Because they're pretty much self-explanatory with the performance they have landed up, and they keep landing up every season, time after time. Now, before the start of the season, once again, I'm just starting off the video. There's already a smile on my face because before the start of the season, as every year, the question mark which looms over this team is not nothing about the team, but about the captain's future. Whether MS Dhoni is going to play his last season, but as you all know, this could be possibly his last season. We're not going to speculate with MS Dhoni. You know that there's nothing certain, but MS Dhoni is back with his old self, with the long hair, and he's looking like he's never left cricket. I mean, he's going to be playing his first game in possibly 10, 11 long months, and he's back in his old form, and he looks great. He looks to be going out there, and he wants to go and prove a point, possibly in his last possible season. And this is where things are going to be interesting for the CSK team. Now, when we talk about the CSK teams, there are a lot of things we can talk about. One of the major factors about the CSK team is what they really bring into the fore. It is nothing other than that experience, is nothing other than the changing room environment and the champion mentality. Every time they step on the field, they go out there, they know the things much better. When you are captained by the best out there in the business, you know you're in safe hands. And that's what makes CSK different and compared to a lot of other IPL franchise. The experience they have to win titles, the experience they have to win those crunch moments. And once again, CSK will be out there to make the most out of it. But let's look at the 2024 batch, right? What do they stand out like? How are they different? Now you have the 2024 batch on your screen right now. Ajinkya Rahane, Ruturaj Gaikwad. But let's talk about the players to watch out for. Now, last season you saw the retirement of Ambati Rayudu with the final. But this season, as we spoke about in the IPL auction, they've gotten Samir Rizvi. I mean, what a phenomenal player he is, right? He's already lit up the CK Naidu under 23 trophy. He was phenomenal in the UP T20 league. And one thing which you can really bank on about this lad is he's someone for the future. And CSK have been bang on in investing in him. He can bat anywhere in the top five. He could be also be the impact substitute for CSK this season. That he could be that replacement, an ideal replacement for an Ambati Raidu, and he can also bat in number three. People say he's a right-handed Suresh Raina. Time will tell us if he is or not. Now, at the start of the season already, they've got a bad news. That's Devon Conway not being there for the half of the IPL. But never mind. They've gotten Rachin Ravindra in the auction, right? Now, that is where CSK have been bang on in terms of their auction strategy. They went in not by investing a lot. They went in investing a lot for a couple of names. But other than that, they were bang on. To get a Rachin Ravindra at a price that they've gotten him, I mean, it's phenomenal at the end of the day. You have to admit, you have to say that getting Rachin Ravindra is such an important factor to this team. But at the same time, to get him at the price that they got when everybody thought he'll be going for a high price, oh, that's phenomenal. That's been a proper trade from proper investment from CSK. And one thing you'll have to be very assured about the CSK management is that they know what they're doing, right? They don't really go at bad investments. They know who they want to fill in, and they got Rachin Ravindra. Now, most likely, he will be opening the batting with Ruturaj Gaikwad. Now, the big other name they got is Daryl Mitchell. Now, Daryl Mitchell, 14.5 odd crores. Now, there were a lot of questions asked as to whether Daryl Mitchell is the right personnel to be brought into the CSK 11, because remember, uh, they already have a Moeen Ali, right? And they already got in a Rachin Ravindra. On top of that, they already had a Devin Conway, who has done nothing wrong. So to get in Darren Mitchell at that price, there were definitely question marks. That's primarily because 14.5 crore, you don't see CSK spending that amount of budget ever. So to get him at that price, they did. It was certainly questionable, but you have to say he's a very good investment. Look at what he brings into the table for the CSK team. He's an all rounder. He can chip in with the ball whenever you want him, but I don't think CSK would need him to ever chip in with the ball. But other than that, what he brings into CSK's team is he brings in that experience in the middle order. He brings in that facet of spin hitting ability in the middle order, and he's a power pack player. He can clear the spinners, he can clear the pacers, and he can bat in any stage of the game. He's opened the batting in T20 cricket. He can bat as a middle order bat. He can bat as a finisher. So have to say, if you look at the squad, Daryl Mitchell is a phenomenal investment from CSK team, and he's going to be possibly one of the players who could be a game changer in the entirety of the season. Now we talk about certain game changers, but Daryl Mitchell should be in that particular bracket of a game changer kind of a player in this particular season. And for that very matter, you'd have to say Daryl Mitchell being in CSK team is a phenomenal choice from the CSK management themselves, because the moment you get someone like Daryl Mitchell into the team, that you are going to have a very good season, because you have Daryl Mitchell in the middle order, then you have the Indian stars to back it up. As I mentioned, Samir Rizvi is already a name among it, and none other Shivam Dubey who's at a spectacular time with the Indian team and also in the Ranji Trophy. And also last season, you saw the way he's batted. So you can already make the top five, which includes Rachin Ravindra, Rituraj Gaikwad, Samir Rizvi, Darren Mitchell, and Shivam Dubey being the core of the top five. And then you have the other players to back it up, right? You have your Ravindra Jadejas, you have the Mahendra Singh Dhoni factor himself. Such a phenomenal player. I mean, even at this age, you have to say that he can go in and tonk up some of the big sixes out there. And now the big question mark they have in this season in comparison to other seasons are, who do you play, especially when it comes to overseas slots? Now, if you want to play a Moeen Ali, that's already your three overseas slots filled with Rachin Ravindra, Daryl Mitchell, and Moeen Ali. Now, your fourth will definitely be a Patirana. So that's most likely going to be a four. Now, you won't have a spinner in that case, because Mahesh Tikshana was, though he did not contribute a lot when it comes to his bowling, but MS Dhoni really looked on to him to control the rate at times, especially in times when things were not going the way CSK wanted. Mahesh Tikshana used to come in and pick up a wicket out of nowhere. So that's why Mahesh Tikshana factor was massive in the last season. Will they bang on an Indian spinner? Who are the options they have? Now, Prashant Solanki is one name who you can bang on in this particular list. And with Ravindra Jadeja, you need a support spinner. And with Moeen Ali also being part of the playing 11, you are going with two finger spinners. And with Ravindra Jadeja and Moeen Ali, not the most wicket taking one, but certainly effective for sure. And if Chepauk, if it turns, these two are good enough to do the job for the 7 games that they're playing. So that's where Mahendra Singh Dhoni will have little to ponder upon, whether they play the four overseas, who do they really play upon? Because a mid Sander is another option who they can play ahead of a Moeen Ali if need be, because mid Sander can bat in number 7 at the end of the day. And now with the impact substitute option, what you have, you can really look and explore different ways in which you can use it. And at the end of the day, I totally believe MS Dhoni will know better than any one of us how to go about with his impact substitute. And when it comes to bowling, they've gotten a Shardul Thakur back in the camp. So that's certainly is a certainty in the team, because his batting at number 8, number 9 is going to be valuable. And add Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur as those bowlers who can bat. That's the batting till number 10 already. Then talk about Mahesh Patirana as well. He's a phenomenal player so far, the way in which he's grown up as a cricketer in the last 1 year. So these options is what they have, a batting till number 10. Now let's look at their weakness, right? What is their possible weakness? Their possible weakness is the Pacers at this point, because as I mentioned, one of the players they bought nobody's really noticed is also Mustafizur Rahman, who they can play on days when they feel Mahesh Patirana is not offering a lot. They can go in with a Mustafizur Rahman on holding surfaces, not a bad option. He can give you a lot more with the ball when it comes to a well-rounded setup. But some of the areas which they'll really have to bang on is their bowling, because Mukesh Chaudhary is back in the lineup as well, with Simarjit Singh, Mukesh Chaudhary, Shardul Thakur, Rajwardhan Hangargekar being part of it. Deepak Chahar, they have a lot of Indian bowling options, especially young Indian bowling options. So MS Dhoni will know when to use them, And Tushar Deshpande, let's not forget him, because the number of bowling options at this point CSK has, especially in pace department, when it comes to Indian core, is so good. They can afford not to play with a Mahesh Patirana at all, and then go in with a mid sander if need be, and or with a Mahesh Tikshana. But I still think Mahendra Singh Dhoni will go in with a Patirana because of the experience he brings as a death bowler. But it'll only time will tell us how the team will line up. But from what we can understand, you can know that the core is going to be with the top five of Samir Rizvi, with Dal Mitchell, Rachin Ravindra, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and maybe add Mohin Ali into the mix with Ravindra Jadeja at 6. Then you will have Mahendra Singh Dhoni at 7. Then 8, 9 with Deepak Chahar and Shardul Thakur. Then you can have in your possible Indian spinner if need be, and then a Mahesh Patirana. So most likely the Indian spinner will be Prashant Solanki in my opinion, but things can change pretty quickly as I mentioned, right? If Mahendra Singh Dhoni wants, he can go in with all pace attack, which is not quite like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but every new season he pulls a card out of his hat and he says, I'm still a master at my trade. That's about it from us on Mad About Sports for the analysis of Chennai Super Kings. If you really did enjoy this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and also continue supporting us. And also check out our course on Mad About Sports on cricket analytics. As I mentioned, this could be a kickstart into your dream career in cricket analytics. And do not forget to check that out. The link is down in the description. Have a good time, all of you. See you all soon. Bye bye.